Good habits are hard to break, and bad habits are hard to take. Habits are important behaviors that allow us to remain organized. However, with the pandemic, some habits have lost their importance and have caused us to lose motivation. I think that we'll all remember March 13th in our own way. I remember in second period hearing the announcement saying that we were going to have school for 2 weeks, and that was like the best thing. My friends and I were like, let's do stuff, let's hang out, let's have fun. And at the moment, it seemed like that was possible, and like we can literally be back to school in 2 weeks, which also seemed exciting. But now we're here. It was innocent entertainment. I tried to pick up the ukulele. I was doing chalk art. It was really just a creative time. I was FaceTiming with friends a lot and trying to keep some connection with my friends because it was hard. Obviously, it's not the same talking to someone in person than it is talking like someone through a screen. I mean, a literal disconnect. My family was really safe, and we had my grandma over a couple times for like a lunch or my birthday, 4th of July. Like, we had these outings, but it wasn't the same because she was still 6 feet away. I still haven't hugged my grandma since this whole thing started. One of the things that has really literally kept me going during the pandemic is Maddie Fridays. That's my best friend's name. And that connection was really good because it was consistent, and I could rely on every Friday being able to just relax with her and not feel pressured like I would feel during school. The end of summer, start of senior year is when I really started to get into forming some habits. And some of these habits were good and some of them were bad. I picked up a lot of artistic and creative things during the pandemic because that was the only thing keeping me going. It gave me motivation and it inspired me to think creatively when it's like such a depressing time, really. I picked up ukulele, as I said. I also was consistently playing guitar. Painting a whole bunch, watercolor, acrylic. I just was painting so much. Habit that I picked up during quarantine, I think was good and bad for me, was something called a film journal. I watched a whole bunch of movies during quarantine. I mean, who didn't binge every show on Netflix during quarantine? What I would do is I love drawing, so I would draw little photos from the movies that resonated with me, or write a review, write about the director, rating. But movies can be a dangerous thing. When it's a coming of age movie, usually it's like they're sad and then they're happy at the end. I could resonate with the sad part, but the happy part I can never resonate with. And seeing these people thrive after being so sad, it didn't motivate me to be like, maybe I should work on myself and work to be more happy. It was, guy, I don't have this. I'm gonna feel sorry for myself. And I did have it. I just wasn't choosing to interact with my friends as much as I could have. Depression has always been described metaphorically through a mask. Most people who suffer with depression will suppress their emotions and put forth a happy attitude, which is exhausting, but worth a break from everyone asking, "Are you okay?" This pandemic has created a physical representation of how easy it is to hide how you're truly feeling. I really started lacking talking to people slowly. My motivation for wanting to talk to people was just low. I was not finding joy in it. I just was too tired to socialize. I didn't want to talk to people. Even like school, where you're talking to people every day, all time, and you're used to this like kind of urge to talk to people or be around people. And being in my room for so long kind of just put me in a bubble where I didn't want to talk to people, which was new for me because I wouldn't normally shut people out a whole bunch. I've gone through so much footage of me trying to describe what a panic attack feels like, what I felt like at my worst, and mental health is so different for everyone. It's a panic attack for one person may be completely different from another person, but it still falls under that one umbrella. But something like a panic attack is super hard to explain to someone who's never experienced one before. So, although I tried to explain it, I don't believe that someone who hasn't experienced one would understand. Okay, wait a second. That's something everyone can relate to. The feeling of walking downstairs and that quick panic when you accidentally miss the last step, your heart jumps. Think about that, but for the span of 20 minutes. I got it. Although it may seem cheesy, this sunrise represents a new day, a new beginning. I can focus on myself now. There's light at the end of the tunnel. In the end, everything is just a new day and a new opportunity to work on yourself, to be kind to others. This last year and a half has been terrible, but it's also been a wake-up call that I need to focus on myself and work to be happy. And although I'm nowhere near that yet, I actually want to work on myself, and that's the biggest difference, because I'm now motivated to work to make myself happy and to admit that I am sad and need help from others in order to be the best version of myself. And that's all that matters, because every day is a new day. Woo! It is so stinking cold right now. It's like 6 a.m. You have no idea. We also saw like a diseased bunny.